Hello, everyone. My name is Dayle Smith, and I am the Dean of the College of Business Administration at Loyola Marymount University. On behalf of the college and the university, it's my pleasure to welcome everyone to our annual Institute of Business Ethics and Sustainability case competition. First and foremost, let me thank our sponsors whose participation and sponsorship makes the IBESCC possible. Companies Epson and Raytheon, the LMU office, the local global initiatives, Deborah and Dan Koskovich, and the Robert and Christina Emmons Foundation. Without them, we couldn't make this happen each year. Additionally, I want to do a shout out and a big thank you to our Institute leaders, Director Jeff Thies and Assistant Director Sheree Koo. Their tireless work in the Institute and on behalf of the competition has truly been extraordinary. While my hope is that next year we'll be doing the competition in person or hybrid, the virtual format's helping us welcome and support teams from around the world. Many of our participating teams come from our global networks. The SIBE, our Center for International Business Education, PRIME, these are the schools who are PRIME signatories committed to the Principles of Responsible Management Education that's affiliated with the United Nations, the GLRI, a network of deans and directors for the Globally Responsible Leadership Initiative, and the IAJBS, the International Association of Jesuit Business Schools. I'd like to thank all of our colleagues from those organizations who help promote this opportunity in the competition. Now, this event brings together faculty, staff, and students from around the world to share with our judges the most important issues of our time. And as we look around the globe, the myriad of issues that government leaders, activists, NGOs, and business entities must address is nothing short of critical and in need of a global community response. The students participating have researched and explored 17 Sustainable Development Goals, what we refer to as the SDGs, and they've been inspired to think about business strategy and solutions that will provide direction to business driving one or more of these SDGs. And what better way to dive deep into these areas than to engage our next generation of business leaders by asking them to take an interdisciplinary perspective on how they might tackle the Sustainable Development Goals and the challenges. What voices need to be at the table? How might business lead? What creative and imaginative vision will make an impact in meaningful ways? And how might we behave as ethical and responsible leaders driving this change? These are the questions that had students thinking creatively and using their imagination and innovation perspectives to document that business can do well by doing good, that business can thrive using a triple bottom line orientation. Now, the past 2 years have been challenging. Certainly, resilience and flexibility have characterized leadership in a pandemic and a post-pandemic or endemic world. Yet it is the change makers and creative thinkers who've used this time to build a new world of work, new ways of producing, working and advancing in triple bottom line oriented approaches. And the case presentations you'll hear today and in the days ahead are thoughtful and groundbreaking. They bring a change maker perspective alive. And I know all of us will enjoy and learn from one another as we hear the students present. You know, as I thought about my opening remarks for this year's IBESCC, I was struck by the power of mission. In our own mission here in the CBA, we advance knowledge and develop business leaders with moral courage and creative confidence to be a force for good in the global community. When we talk about mission, change, and the issues around global sustainability, we're setting an agenda for action. Now, just a few weeks ago, I returned from Israel in a deep immersion experience with our executive MBA students. The students were exploring the water sector and learning from founders, entrepreneurs, government and regulatory leaders to understand how Israel, the startup nation, is making an impact in its meteoric rise of entrepreneurial activity to solve some of the world's greatest challenges around access to water, desalination, purification, the creation of new water sources. And their new methods lent themselves to ensuring humanitarian efforts would be served around the creation of potable water solutions in some of the most hard-hit areas of the globe, and that these companies could do this in sustainable ways and also make a profit. I left Israel with a profound sense of place in history. After all, it's the birthplace of 3 world religions, and a better understanding of the geopolitics impacting major changes to informing the SDGs. And while the entrepreneurial energy was exciting and the visit to companies and discussions insightful, it was the visit to Yad Vashem and the powerful and impactful messages of what the horror of a Holocaust left as a legacy that left an imprint on me as a business educator and a global community member. Walking the path of righteous nations, a place and space at Yad Vashem, reminded me that it isn't easy to stand up and advocate. It is often done with great risk, but the intention to stand up for what is wrong and advocate and act to do the right thing is truly to be one who can repair the world. Not as naive activists, but as smart businessmen and women who recognize that change and solution requires one to be ethical and financially astute. Returning to the United States amidst the horrors taking place in Ukraine reminded me too of the importance of global community and ensuring that our future generations are able to find joy and fulfillment and make an impact in advancing the best interests of a global community in a safe environment and in an environment dedicated to peace. In our own CBA, we reflect on our mission and the call for moral courage and creative confidence. Now, those two tenets are an essential part of our business mission to use business as a force for good. The case competition that you all will be involved in provides that perspective as well. And it showcases that ideas that capture the spirit of innovation and having societal impact in meaningful ways through that ethical business behavior, and reminds me that we really can make an impact in advancing the best interests of a global community. Hence, it is with great pleasure that I both welcome you to the IBESCC experience and also share my enthusiasm in learning how our students from around the world are asking us to think about business and the potential for changing the world for the better. I wish all of the teams good luck in the competition, but most importantly, I wish all of us the courage to believe in this next generation, for they have the ideas and the passion for making a difference. In the words of anthropologist Margaret Mead, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can make a difference in the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Good luck, everyone.